Hi, this is Mary Precious Jones. Guys, thank you so much for tuning in today. I really do appreciate that each time that you tune in. Oh, you make me so happy because I know you can click on any other video other than mine. So I thank you so much, guys, for just thinking about me. And to all of my returning viewers, thank you so much. And if this is your first time, welcome. Guys, you are welcome to come back anytime, okay? And so on this particular channel, which is Avision Realty, Mary Precious Jones, Avision Realty Inc. Huntsville, okay? I get that right. But guys, I do real estate on this channel. It's where I just sit down and I just make videos. If anyone comes to me with a question, then I will take that question and turn it into a video. So with that being said, you can comment below if you have any questions. Just let me know and I will do my best to answer your question in a video, okay? All right, guys, so I am here today getting ready to answer the question, okay? And guys, we are located here in Huntsville, Alabama. All right, so roll tide. Yes, roll tide. Okay, so let me give you my disclaimer. And my disclaimer is the information in this video is to be used for educational purposes only. It is not to be used for any taxes, legal, or financial advice, okay? Because I am not an attorney, I am not a CPA or an accountant. I am a Huntsville, Alabama, licensed real estate broker, okay? So I just want to clarify that before we get further into the video. All right, with that being said, let's answer this question. And the question was, what should I do on the day before closing? Or what are some of the things that I should do on the day before closing? Or what's the step I should do on the day before closing? So we want to address that question, just saying the step to take on the day before closing, what you should do, or just some of the things that you should do. It's not in order, but I'm just going to give you some things to do, okay? So let's go with, now we have done our walkthrough. If you have not done your walkthrough, try to get that done the day before closing or the morning of closing, depending on when your closing is scheduled. If your closing is scheduled, say like at 8 o'clock in the morning, you probably want to get out there the day before closing and do that walkthrough, unless you and your agent wants to get up at 7 and go out to the house before your closing, okay? All right, so number one, we want to just make sure that we got the final walkthrough out of the way, okay? And so I would say number two, but not necessarily in this order, make sure that you got your homeowner's insurance, your declaration page, all of that is at the closing agent or the closing attorney. You need to make sure you have all of that. So let that be on your checklist. You got to have your homeowner's insurance, especially if you are financing this house, okay? All right, let's say number three. We want to make sure that if you are getting this house financed, keep this in mind. You must have your pest control inspection out of the way And all this information from your pest control technician needs to be over at your closing attorney saying that house is free of termites, good to go. And that termite letter should be at your attorney's office. Make sure on the day before closing, at least the day before closing, should be there before, but at least the day before closing, make sure your inspection letter is at your closing agent, your closing attorney, title company, whoever you are closing with, okay? All right, so that's 3 of the things. Now, you are going to receive your HUD-1. Hopefully, you're going to get this the day before closing, okay? So, this is your closing settlement, your altar, whatever you want to call this. This is the document that has what you need to bring to closing, okay? So, you need to look on that document, and your agent or your closing attorney, somebody need to tell you where to look, okay? And it's normally at the bottom of a page. You know, you're gonna receive maybe 2 to 3 page doc, and it will let you know exactly down to the penny, the point penny that you need to bring to closing, okay? So you need to make sure you got that. Okay, so now you need to make sure, and hear me good, that you go to your financial place, get a certified check, a certified money order. Anyway, it has to be certified, guys, because they're not going to accept your check at closings. Say like if you need to bring $3,000 to closing, they are not going to accept your personal check. It has to be certified. So that's what I'm trying to say. Make sure that your funds, your closing funds, are certified, because you won't be able to close. Now, they might, like if you say you maybe $50 off, something like that, and once you get to closing, then they say, oh, you lacking $50. But most time that would not happen. But just in case if that does happen, they will allow you to write a small personal check, because they're not going to try to rush you back to the bank during closing to get another small certified check, okay? Okay, so now we are down to the funds. And just make sure that you got all of your ID, because you're going to have to bring a picture ID. So the day before closing, look, if you don't have that driver license on hand, make sure you got a picture ID. Get all of that out of the way before closing, okay? Don't wait till the closing date. Do that before the day of closing. Get your picture ID, because you are going to need that, okay? So let me see if I can think of anything else that you're going to need on the day before closing. But I think that pretty much wraps it up on what you're going to need. Some of the basic things that you are going to need before closing. And the last one that you're going to need is you put some happiness in your heart, put a smile on your face, because guys, you have gotten all of this stuff out of the way and you are heading towards closing the next day, okay? So I hope I have went over the main thing that you need. And guys, that this is no step-by-step or in order, but it's just things that you need to expect before closing, okay? Things that you need to do before closing, or the steps to take on the day before closing, okay? So maybe I named this video the steps to take the day before closing, or the things to do the day before closing. Okay, Okay, guys, so I hope that this information will be helpful to you, so it will get you lined up, give you some type of clarity on what you need on the day before closing. So if you need me, I will have all of my contact information down in the description box below. That's all you have to do. Click on it, guys. Give me a call, okay? And I will answer you ASAP. And if I don't answer right away, text me and give me a few minutes to call you back, okay? Can't call you right away. All right, guys, I will see you in the next video. I will see you in the future. Oh, and before you go, if you like content like this and you like to be notified when I upload nice, good, informative information like this, go ahead on and ring that bell. But remember, you can't ring the bell, you can't click on the notification bell unless you subscribe. So make sure you subscribe first and then hit that notification bell. Give me a thumbs up. And guys, I will see you in the next video. I will see you in the future because your future looks good on you, baby. Bye-bye.